What's up, people? You already know it's your boy MTM, the Mid-Tin Magic, in the building as usual. And today we are here to review Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Resident Evil 2.
Man, oh man, this is how you make a remake right here. This game took me back to 1998 when I was a little kid again, just giving me that atmosphere, that survival horror feeling that I've been missing for a long time in the Resident Evil genre. Oh my gosh, there's so many things to just good things I should say to say about this game. This game embodies the tips from Resident Evil 7, even the camera angle from Resident Evil 4, and of course 5, and the one that we don't speak of, mixed with the atmosphere and the real survival horror and the tension of the classic Resident Evil. This is how you do a remake. Everybody else trying to do it, every other game company out there, if y'all trying to do this, pay attention, because this is how it's done. But what we about to do, we about to jump into this review, and we're going to start it off with the story as usual. Let's get to it. So for those of you who have not played the original Resident Evil 2, or have yet to pick this game up, we follow our characters Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield as they survive the T-virus epidemic that has taken place in Raccoon City. Upon this survival, they're being chased by Mr. X, also known as Tyrant, and as well as William Birkin, who is infected by the G-virus, something that he had been working on for years. So the way they go about telling the story is so good. Taking out the quick action cutscenes, the tap a button, the quick time events. I really like how the story is told and communicated to us. Like, you can feel like there's a true sense of survival, and not even just like you're feeling the survival aspect of the story, but you're also feeling the character development as well, such as the development of Leon Kennedy. And they made him feel like this was his legit first day on the job. Like, it made him feel like he was a scrub. And whoever the voice actor was really, like, I should say, he embodied that rookie type of role. Even Marvin he felt like a legit police officer. And it also felt like he was passing the torch to Leon. Like, yeah, Leon, this is your rookie day, but you gotta step up now. We are in the middle of a crisis, and you can really feel the expression on his face. And I also gotta add, like, the animation that was done felt believable, and it really got the emotions right. Like, this is some of the best animation I've ever seen in a Capcom game, and this is mainly pointing to facial animations, that the emotion is actually relayed to me. But other than that, like, even the chemistry between Leon and Ada, you can feel the spark. You can feel like there was this love between them, that there was this chemistry between them. And I really like that Capcom really threw that in there, because it made the story feel more powerful, and it felt like there was more of a connection. It didn't feel like just a game. It felt like you were also going through a good cinematic experience. So the story was phenomenal. It was definitely phenomenal, and it gave me that survival and cinematic atmosphere that I do look for in my games. The only character I didn't like really gravitate towards was Claire Redfield. I mean, yeah, she did carry that concerned sister type of vibe, but I guess that's not like the female character I really like. I do like more of a badass female character, like how Ada Wong was. I'm not saying that Claire Redfield's not a complete badass, but, you know, she gets a couple notches down, you know? But she's the only character I didn't feel that connected to. Nonetheless, she still had a great cinematic playthrough, just like Leon. So I really give it up to Capcom on a phenomenal job of crafting this story and giving me an incentive to actually beat the game. Man, oh man. This is where it gets juicy. I want to emphasize something real quick. Survival horror. Not action horror, like Resident Evil 4 kinda was, Resident Evil 5 and the one we don't speak of is. survival horror. This game has you managing all your equipment, ranging from ammo, health herbs, and to even the items that you just overall carry. You gotta pick and choose the times that are best to use them. So that doesn't mean that you go out killing everything that you see. You don't go ahead and you don't just waste ammo or waste health pills. You have to manage everything. And I really love the fact that Resident Evil got back to this. They got back to it in 7 realistically, but they really emphasize it in this game. There's no more you're killing an enemy, you're picking up ammo like you do in 4 and 5, or even 6 for that matter. You actually have to find these items. These things aren't given to you. And I really, really love that about this game, that it leaves the management in the player's hands. It doesn't give you everything. You gotta find your way around certain situations. You can't just kill everything and move on. So there's the management side. There's also the level design side, which is something I'm very big on. Now, the way the level design is to solve puzzles, that's how I like my sort of games. And this is just me. That's how I like my sort of games. I like solving puzzles in order to move on to the next level, to the next location. That's how it was in the old games. But I like that in general. So I like the fact that you have to really go through your items to really find clues. You gotta actually read, which is something I'm big into. You actually gotta search. You gotta kick in that gamer sense to actually really search for stuff. So it gives you that incentive to, hey, every item I pick up, I gotta look at. I gotta make sure there ain't nothing hidden in a certain location, because this certain item can help me solve this puzzle. So there's not only that. Another aspect is that the fact that you have Mr. X on that ass. Yes, and I've been hearing a lot of complaints that people have been saying that Mr. X is very, very difficult. I mean, I'm more of a person that likes to play difficult games. So the way I dealt with Mr. X is in certain situations where I'm trying to solve a puzzle or something like that, and he's too close to me and he'll try to interrupt me or something. What I would do is that I would run all the way to the other side of the police station. I would bait him over there, and I'll book it back to the place that I have to solve the puzzle. And guess what? There's 2 things I'm doing. I'm avoiding spending any ammo, any herbs, or anything like that, and I'm giving myself time. So that is one way that I felt that I could deal with Mr. X. That's just the way around it. For a lot of people that are into the action horror games and stuff, I know you guys are used to shooting and killing everything, but remember, emphasis on this, survival. Survival doesn't mean that you spend everything. Survival can mean that you just evade. You dip, dodge, duck, dive, and dodge. You gotta find a way around these certain situations, these certain issues that are given to you. This is how the level design works in this game, and everything works cohesively, ranging from the management, ranging from Mr. X chasing you, ranging from and going to the actual level design in the game. Everything cohesively works together, and it syncs together so well. It even carries over to clear storyline. Like, yeah, we may face the same bosses that we did with Leon. It's just the puzzles are different to a certain extent that the aspect of level design is still there, and it's still heavily consistent throughout the game. So definitely this game's gameplay is phenomenal, and it's just, whew, like I said, too juicy. I really want to touch on the technical and atmospheric aspects of this game, and I definitely got to give it up to Capcom again for really capturing the atmosphere in this game. that atmosphere really took me back to when I was younger and I was actually really scared to go down a certain hallway where I'm like, I know if I go down this hallway, oh, my chances of dying is going to be very, very high, or my chances of engaging in this certain fight is going to be very, very high. So I really like that Capcom really invested some time into that atmosphere department. They really built up that tension, especially with Mr. X on you, or even when you're fighting Birkin. It's just like all this whole time you can feel it. And usually I played this game when it was like dead at night, everybody is asleep and everything like that. So I'm just like, yeah, the tension is really there, and I really feel a certain way, and I really don't feel like going through these certain activities, even though I need to in order to beat the game. So atmosphere wise, Capcom did a phenomenal job. Now technical wise is downright amazing. So just a few examples. Just when the lickers attack you after a certain altercation, you can actually see the scratch marks on your body. Even when either Leon or Claire is injured, their actual action actually shows that they're injured, instead of just the UI icon showing that, hey, this character is either fine or this person's at a critical level. Their body animation would show. And I really love that, those little instances of detail within the game. So to wrap up this review, I've been using this word time and time again through this review. This game is phenomenal. From the story aspect, to the gameplay aspect, to the tech and animation aspect, this game hits every nail. It is well executed in every aspect. And I actually forgot to touch on, there is actually extra modes within the game. There's the 4th survivor mode and the tofu survivor mode. So Capcom really did their thing and really put their foot into this game. So to score this game, I should say, I kind of don't want to do the thumbs down or thumbs up scenario. I guess that's too broad. I think I want to make something that's more Combo BreakerZ related. You know, over here we deal with more so fighting games, so we want to do something that's pertaining to wrestling, boxing, and give it like a certain type of belt, right? So what I want to do is have things divided into 3 groups. So you have your heavy hitters belt, which is of course for great and amazing games. Then you have your middleweight belt, which is for your okay good games, and then you got your featherweight belt, which is for your weak and trash games. Now these names are not solid, but I just want to get it started for now to just see how you guys feel about it. I'm gonna give this game a heavy hitters belt, along with being a Game of the Year contender. This game is a must get. But alright people, that does it for my review. You can check out the Combo BreakerZ starting with a K, ending with a Z, on Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, SoundCloud, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And Twitter has 2 Z's because we knock them out. This is your boy MTM, and I'm out of here. Peace.